well, morning campers. They say every day you should do something to get your heart rate going, to keep you fit and healthy. So today, this is my third metric pint of coffee, with 3 spoonfuls of coffee in every one. So I'm already got a sweat on. But we have a van to do. A short while ago, we stuck some new glow plugs in this van because it wouldn't start. And when it did start, you had to crank it over for a minute or so to get it to start. And so I went on eBay, and by the power of Grayskull and clicking of the mouse, I bought 4 of these wonderful made in Czechoslovakia glow plugs. I got all 4, including post and packing, for about £7.50. And some people said they'll not last a month or 2. And guess what? They haven't. Scrounging about in the old toolbox, I found 3 old ones, which is better than 4 bad ones, until I can get some new ones, which I'll probably put off till winter-ish, November, October time. But for now, for summer, it does start easy. But I'll just put these in to make sure it does. Now, if anybody's wondering what glow plugs kind of do, here's the battery, here's the plug, and there it has power. As you can see, in about 10 seconds time it starts to warm up, which is why you kind of sit and wait 10 seconds before starting your diesel engine in the morning. And that one is a good one. There's not much wrong with that. Now this one here, this one's an old one, but as we can see, even though it's been bouncing about in a toolbox for years, that was hot, even though it's been bouncing about in a toolbox for years, it still gets hot, even though it's only at the end. But it's a different design to the other one, and different design ones have different heat areas, so it's just that they're not matched. I don't think it's anything much to do with its age, so it'll work better than nothing. So with that put down safely over there out of the way, we now have to somehow manage to get that one out and buried down behind there. And if anybody's noticing me the cold start cable and its bodged fitment, I didn't do that, that's how it came, and it doesn't work. So I don't really care. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I've tried it in that position, I've tried it in that position, and it doesn't make it any easier to start. It just knocks the RPM up a tiny bit. So I've never bothered to fix that one. The top cover for the timing belt's never been on this van since I got it. That timing belt's coming off. I've no idea how old it is. I've had van a year. I bought a new kit, so that'll be going on. The camera went off. The seal on the top case cover is useless, so that's going to get treated with the good old favourite of Pyromar sealer or some other form of low acidity silicone. It's not too hard to get that stuff, and that's that job will be done. But for the moment I've got to struggle to get down there. Well, those 2 down there came off quite easy. I don't know about them down there, so I think we've got to take this off, which is too hard to do because it's never been that tight. Up to that. Oh yeah, we'll just throw that down there, and yeah, that makes them easier to get to. Much easier to get to, I think. We'll see. It is nice when you've got a direct path of access like this. This makes this job so much easier and take no time at all. And I think my nuts just, yeah, it fell down there somewhere, but we have spares. But you get to, you know, this, and there's just nothing you can do, nothing you can move to get to these two here. They're going to be a pain in the arse to get out. But these ones, I mean, that's not perfectly straight, but it's good enough to get it on. Of course, it has just occurred to me, I've undone all 4 of these, and I've only got 3 to put back in. In fact, I could have just done those 2 probably. Yeah, now here's my next issue, and where it's going to be a bit harder now is I can't get onto this. I can't get the spanner far enough down to get a grip on it, and I can't get the socket on it because this diesel pump's in way. I can only get my spanner in at an angle, and there's quite a bit of movement in that. I think it'll be a bad idea. Haha! Going through the old toolbox, I found one of these. Not perfect for the job, but it does kind of get in there. No, it doesn't. Oh, hang on, yeah, it does, but now I haven't got the space kind of to move it. I don't know. Oh, I did feel some movement on that. Come on, yeah. Yeah, well that much, yeah it was. We're coming out. We're coming out. I thought that was going to come out big enough. A bit more with spanner, I think. A bit more spannering. It's quite wobbly. I can't just bust it or snap it. Something or other. Fingers. We're going. Come on. I'm kind of happy that I did the most awkward one first. And that's what I'll do. I'll put the best one in here. I've got 2 new ones and 1 old one. I'll put the new ones in the hard part, the old one in the... Ooh, it's a bit sooty. Hey, needs a sweep. So yeah, I'll put the best one in there, and the second best one in there. And the old one will go in one of them 2 easy ones there. And then when I buy 2 more, it'll be an easy job. Well, the small 12 socket I had wouldn't go on. There's my big 12 socket. Here's my big 12 socket wrench and bar. And it won't reach. I'm having one of those days. We've added a bit. If only everything in life were that simple. There we are. Now I need 2 hands. And trust me, that's not what she said. Bugger! Right, this is the one we just took out now. Wired it back up. So let's see how hot this one gets. The other one took 10 seconds. So with both hands, carefully gripping on both sides of your chair, hold on. contact. 10, 9, 8. Nah, there's bugger all happening, is there? Yeah, this is a duff. This is the shit quality you get off eBay when you buy cheap. Couple of months, that's all I got out of them. Buy Bosch. That's my advice. They all come fitted as standard with Bosch ones, most of your diesel engines. So I think it's a good idea to stick with them. But that one, definite duff. Okay, this is number 2 out of this set. Who makes these piles of shit? It says on it SD 4444/DF V11 R9 K9. Yeah, it's a dog. Oh, we got a spark out of this one. There's still a bit of heat in there, but it's all down at the tip. Is it going to get any better? Yeah. You see, that's not bad. We have one good one. So I could put that one back in. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the test on these two. I've just took the wire from the battery and tapped it to the top of them, and there's no spark, so I won't bother taking these out and testing them. I'm just going to take them out and throw them away. But one good one. 25% success after about 6 months, but I said after 2 months it kind of stopped working. So I can put the 3 good ones in, starting from the awkward end, and then that old one that still works I'm going to put in that 3rd position there, because that's the easiest one to get to. So that's where that's going to go, and the worstest out the set will go in that 2nd easiest to get to position there. So this is the final one. This is where the semi-duff's going to go, because as you can see, you don't get much of a swing on it, but it is kind of straight, and so it's easy to do. Why is my socket jumping? Not down enough, that's right. Yeah, the easy one, that's what I said this was, didn't I? This is the easy one. God. Yeah, there's not much to go on this at all. It's nice and wobbly. I think 2 or 3 turns and it'll be out. Yep, I can get that handy much easier. There we go. We're out. Yeah, and we're suttered up, so that one hasn't been getting hot either. So there we are. All back in, all back on, all back together. And if you're wondering why it seems a bit wet, because I knocked the diesel pipe off the top of the filter and it squirted diesel at me. These things happen. Well, back at the start of spring or sometime just after Christmas-ish, I took this piece of metal from the van and I had to cut a hole for a pipe, make the hole bigger. And these vans never seem to rust. So I took that bit of metal and I screwed it to my gate, and it's been sat here all these months, and the paint's working off, but as you can see, no rust. The screw hasn't either, because it's a stainless steel screw, but the metal of the van, which is some kind of weird zinc alloy, just doesn't rust. and that's why I hang on to this van, because no matter what happens to it, it's not going to go in holes, so however I can keep the engine going, the van will be going.